I don't believe that the studies will find that the reduction to the landfill will be an efficient exchange for the recycling, for curbside recycling. And I think that that's one of the concerns that we'll have. And of course, encourage everyone to continue their voluntary efforts, but unless it works out for it economically, I don't think we're going to see curbside recycling in Jamestown in the near future.
Okay. Dwayne, what should the role of the city be when it comes to tourism development? And should the city be spending more or less money toward developing a well-rounded tourism industry?
To answer that question, I think I would start with reminding people that the city doesn't have any money. The only money the city spends is the money that they take from the taxpayers. And currently we have the Buffalo City Tourism Foundation, which has been supported by economic development dollars. And when that program was initiated roughly 5 years ago, it was initiated with the idea that there would have to be a cost-benefit ratio so that the benefit for those tax dollars being spent could be shown to the public that this was money well spent, taxpayers' money that was well spent. And I haven't been to any of those meetings lately, so I'm not sure what the results of those reports are. I think, though, that Jamestown has traditionally done an absolutely fantastic job promoting tourism, and with the Buffalo Foundation, and we have an awful lot of volunteers that have been involved in that, and I think that the city certainly wants to encourage that. But the exact amount of additional funding, if any, that we would want to commit, I would not be able to answer at this time.
Okay. Well, Katie and Damien and Charlie and Dwayne, thank you very much for coming and being part of our candidate forum. We're going to take a little bit of a break here and get the city council candidates up here, but good luck in your bids for the job, and one of you will be the mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's got to be a question. Just tuning in with us, we're doing candidate forum today for both Jamestown and the county of Stutzman. Right now we have the following candidates running for city council: Scott Walsh, Francis Silbernagel, and Ramon Junkie. We're going to let them have 2 minutes to talk about themselves and their hopes and dreams, and then 3 minutes for some questions. So we're going to start with Scott. Scott, go ahead. Tell them what you want them to know.
Okay. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, everyone in attendance in the audience here this evening. My name is Scott Walsh, obviously running for candidate of City Council. Originally from the southwest part of the state. Interest in the city and kind of empower, obviously, myself and others to help make sure that the community stays thriving for the next generation. So.
Okay, thanks, Scott. Francis, tell us about yourself.
My name is Francis Silbernagel, running for City Council. I moved into Jamestown here about 11 years ago from Perth, Minnesota, and it was a nice little town. Got remarried, and the town to me was a lot like Perth. It was a nice place to settle down, start a second retirement. Now I'd like to be part of the city as far as making decisions and keeping the city moving forward into the future here now, and hopefully making it a better one.
Okay. Ramon.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Ramon Junkie. I'm running for City Council here in Jamestown. I'm originally from Jamestown, attended high school and college here. I met my wife in college here. Moved away for a couple years for a position with the North Dakota Highway Patrol. I've since moved back. I love this community. I think Jamestown's a great community, and my wife and I wanted to start our family here, so I came back. I'm currently employed as a deputy sheriff with the Stutsman County Sheriff's Department. I think Jamestown's at a crossroads right now. There's a lot of decisions to be made and a lot of planning to ensure that Jamestown is in a position for growth. We do have a lot of issues that we need to plan for in order to fix. We need strong leaders. We need motivated leaders. We need leaders who are willing to take the time, do the planning, and find solutions to the issues that we have to ensure that Jamestown has a bright future and we continue moving forward to the next 5, 10, 15 years.
Thank you. Okay. What's the biggest problem facing Jamestown right now, Scott, and how can it be resolved?
I think obviously some of the mayoral candidates addressed it before talking about it. We're dealing with infrastructure and, as Ramon stated, a crossroads of sort. We've got an opportunity to expand our city to the next step as far as regionalization, and not saying we're going to get something on the scale of Fargo or Minneapolis, but the opportunity is there for growth with different entities. I mean, we're looking at an energy plant, we're looking at biodiesel, just different avenues, and obviously our medical center. So we've got a chance and an opportunity for growth, and one of the things that's facing that is our infrastructure, dealing with our road network, whether that's city as well as county, and water issues, and that's fresh water supply as well as wastewater disposal. So that's probably one of the larger issues.
Okay. Ramon, what can the citizens of Jamestown expect from you in your first year of office?
On my first year of office, the citizens can expect me to wholeheartedly take on the responsibilities that my council position will hold. The current council member is Kalani Parisian. She sits on the fire and police department committees. I am going to make it my mission to work hand in hand with the department heads, Chief Dave Donegan and Jim Ruther with the fire department, respectively. Those are two of our larger agencies in Jamestown. They take up a large majority of City of Jamestown's budget. Some of the funding that cities have been able to rely on in the past, since some of the Homeland Security funding as far as grant monies, some of that is starting to dry up, and we need to work together to find alternate sources of free funding that isn't going to cost the City of Jamestown for equipment, personnel needs. And we, I guess that's my mission, is to work as far as those two committees to ensure that we're making the most of our money that we have available.
Okay. Francis, what issue is most important to you, and which one will you bring to the table first if you are elected?
Well, to me, the infrastructure in the town is the critical part of keeping the city viable. If we don't have a good infrastructure, people or entities will not come into town because we won't have the infrastructure to hold them. And my second priority would be the recycling program. I'm really high in recycling up at the high school. I have reduced their garbage by more than 75% since I've been up there. So that would be my second goal. First the infrastructure, then the recycling program.
Okay. Scott, what's your vision for the future of Jamestown? 5, 10, 15 years from now. Where do you think we're going to be?
I would like it to be obviously a city on the grow, continued still on the boom. One of the things, obviously, I stated earlier, I have 4 children. I would like that to be a model city for my kids, that if they were to decide to leave, for education or other interests, that wherever they're at, Jamestown is the city that they're comparing it to, and making sure that Jamestown, wherever they're at, that city isn't holding a candle to Jamestown. So they want to come back, they want to raise their family here and establish their roots as well. That's what I'd like to see.